Thank you for coming. TD was born in May 1999. Before May 1999, it was a chaotic environment around IT distribution then. So TD was born to bring some sanity. TD was born to put order. TD was born to bring stability to the IT industry. So the founding fathers of TD set out to build a globally recognized distribution company. And they said to us that we would be the key driver of trade revolution across Africa. And that's the vision that we've been running with since May 1999 till today. So I'm sure you hear us most times say TD the number one. That's who we are. And for you to be the number one, it takes a few things that you're doing right to make you the number one, and also to keep you the number one. We have attracted, in these 20 years of existence, resellers, retailers who are still with us. We have partners who started trading in May 1999 that are still trading with us today. So our entire partner base is very wide, and we control 75% of the IT market in this part of the world. That makes us number one. We've been in business for 20 years, and our business is an agile business, it's a living business. So the challenge of today was not the challenge of yesterday. So in the past 20 years, we've had several challenges. And one of our core values I would like to mention is that at TD, we take on big challenges and we see them through. That's the way we've been running for 20 years. If you think about what it was 20 years ago, you would know that we've come a long way. If you look at the education sector, for instance, before now, children will write their JAMB manually, and then they will wait several weeks to receive the results. We're seeing that change. If you look at the financial sector, before now, it was impossible for you to do online banking. So we have embraced technology. Before now, I'm sure it would be difficult for people to use their phones and move money around. Today, they're doing that. Everything is changing as a result of technology. I think Nigerians are embracing technology, but is there room for improvement? Yes. There's still so much that we can do. You know, apart from making the technology available, usable across the entire Nigeria, we need to also teach people that it is safe to use technology. As we talk about the use of technology, we cannot but educate the populace that cybercrime is real. So if the bank says, do not give out your PIN number, you do not give it out. If your IT head says, don't open unconfirmed attachments, you don't open them. Technology is good. There is a downside, but there are ways of curbing this crime. So it's for you to know that I have to use technology. How do I then protect myself since I'm exposing myself to technology? And take those steps to get yourself well protected such that you can have ease of use. So artificial intelligence will gain grounds. But even in the use of artificial intelligence, somebody is programming it. Somebody is telling it what to do. Somebody is setting it up. Somebody is doing all the job. So the people who are scared of AI today are the people who don't have a lot of value to offer. So I don't think the young people should be scared. They should embrace it and know that it's going to be a way of life soon. And then say to themselves, with the advent of AI, what value can I bring? what can I do as a human being that AI cannot do? Because AI is not going to work on its own. There are supervisors. There will still be human intervention. So try to find some value. But I do not think that totally the job that human beings do or the value that they add will be totally eradicated by the advent of AI. I don't think so. Difficult to say because our basket, we only put the products that are number one and they're all thriving. You go to the enterprise space, people would buy servers, they will buy storage, and then just as soon as they say to themselves, how am I going to function without getting these things to talk to one another? They find out they need routers, they need switches. And then somebody says to them, cybercrime. They say, wow, I need an antivirus, I need protection. And then you look at this entire portfolio and you find out that we are upwardly mobile executives. I need to work on the go. So they look for tablets, they look for phones, So every part of the business is thriving. We do not have competitors because I think that we're selling beyond the product. If you go to those spaces where they are carrying those products that you think are competing products, they do not have the staff that we have. They do not bring the value that we bring. They do not have the touch that we have. They do not have the experience that we have. So when there's a challenge, when the business is not going the way it's supposed to go, they do not have the elasticity, they do not have the agility that comes from partnering with TD. That sets us apart. And I must say that in that space, we have no competition. Change must happen. I live in Nigeria. I've lived here for a long time. Change happens all the time. It's something that is built into my psyche to expect that things can change. We're programmed that way to know that it will happen whether you expect it to happen or you do not expect it to happen. There will be change. So I'm expecting change. Even today, I'm expecting that something could change today. So I think that I've received a lot in my life, and I'm thinking that I should begin to look forward to giving. I'm very passionate about women and children. I'm very passionate about the Nigerian woman, the Nigerian strong woman who would want to do a lot to raise her family, to move them from where they are now to her expected place, but she's incapacitated. I would love to give. I would love to get to a point where I'm able to give back because I've received a whole lot. So typically work is not 8 to 5. Work is all the time. But in my free time, I like to fellowship. I'm a Christian, I'm a believer. So I look for where brethren are fellowshipping and I join the fellowship. Beyond that, I love to watch movies as well. So I find time to watch movies. I also read in my free time. Bad Girls of the Bible. Liz Curtis wrote that book. Psalm 32 verse 8. It says, I will instruct you, I will teach you in the way you ought to go, I will guide you with my eye. I'm not sure, but if I do not check my box for 3 hours, I should have close to 300 to 500 messages. If I leave it for a whole day, I would cross 1,000. They don't know the hairstyle that I prefer to wear. I'm sure most of them don't know what I really would love to eat. A lot of them would not know where I would like to visit. I'm not sure a lot of people know what I do when I'm with my friends, my age mates, people that are my peers. I'm not sure that they will know some reversals that I would love to have made, some things that I did that I would love to undo. So maybe hilarious, I'm not sure, brave. I was on vacation with my children a couple of years ago in Boston. And on our way back, so we had shopped for school, and I had a lot of school things, school bags, school shoes, and the rest of it. And then at the check-in counter, we were overweight. And the lady there was really obnoxious, She was like, these things can't go, they can't go. And I'm not sure she understood how important those things were to me. She said the carry-on bag was overweight. So I unzipped the carry-on bag. I took out the bags, I hung them on my shoulder, so I had like 3, 4, 5 bags hanging. I took out the lunch boxes and put them under my armpits. I took out the socks, I took out everything, and in 5 minutes, that carry-on bag was empty. And I just put them everywhere in my person that I could put them. And people just couldn't stop laughing. And I crossed through and I came home with all my stuff. I would never stop worshiping the Lord God Almighty. I would not take that which does not belong to me. And I would not deliberately hurt another person. Retire. Is there a word like that? I don't know if there's such a word, because it sounds a little bit morbid, like you're just going off to die or something. So I'm thinking, recalibrate, do something else would sound better. It's not something that's crossed my mind. Not for another 10 years, at least, to be sure. I'd like to be remembered as that woman who helped me to become a better me. That's what I'd like to be remembered for.